OM is a new technique for treatment of achalasia cardia. This is an acronym of a new procedure called peroral endoscopic esophageal myotomy. This technique was developed and was conceptualized in US on an experimental pigs, but subsequently the shape of the things to come was given by a doctor called Dr. Hinoi from Japan. Subsequently, a lot of people have been learning this technique rapidly, and in India, Hyderabad and Mumbai were the centers which took a substantial lead in establishing this as one of the best treatment modalities for permanent treatment of a disease entity called achalasia cardia. Achalasia cardia, by definition, is a disease in which there is a narrowing at the lower end of the esophagus, so that the food bolus tends to stay within the esophagus, leading to dilatation of the esophagus, resulting in repeated vomiting, retching, and even the forceful vomitus of the food through the nose. Patient may in addition have chest pain repeatedly. The biggest clue comes to the fore when a person goes for endoscopy examination complaining of difficulty in swallowing or sharp eructations or salty food coming into the mouth. When you do an endoscopy in such a patient, I think alert endoscopist has to be sure that what you are going to pick up is coincide with the diagnosis of achalasia cardia. The clue and the subtle clues which you will pick up are a dilated esophagus, presence of the liquid or semi-solid food material in the so-called fasting state of the esophagus, and some erosion in the lower end of the esophagus. In addition, there is a resistance to the passage of the scoop from the stomach, from the food pipe into the stomach. And when you retroflex the scoop into the stomach to look at the lower esophageal sphincter, you see the scoop is firmly gripped around the lower esophageal sphincter. These are the telltale signs of achalasia cardia. Advantage of doing endoscopy examination in achalasia cardia is that it not only confirms that you are dealing with the diagnosis of a benign disorder, but it also tries to rule out other causes of achalasia which are called pseudoachalasia, like there may be growth in the lower end of the esophagus, there may be lymphoma in the lower end of the esophagus, or there may be an extrinsic compression of the esophagus. All of these conditions are labeled as pseudoachalasia, which can be confidently and clearly be delineated by endoscopy examination with or without the help of a CT scan. Once you have suspected achalasia cardia on endoscopy examination, especially in presence of a long-standing history of repeated vomiting, sour eructations, or food coming up into your throat or through the nose, then you do a test called barium swallow. In barium swallow, we give a liquid barium sulfate solution, which as it is traveling down the esophagus into the stomach, you just try to track the movement of the barium liquid into the upper GI tract. So what happens in a situation like this, barium swallow typically shows a dilated esophagus with a so-called beak-like esophagus. So a dilated esophagus with a narrowing at the lower end of the esophagus basically means you are dealing with achalasia cardia. And finally, there is a confirmation of the same entity by a disease and by a process or a technique called esophageal manometry. This is a new technique which is called high resolution manometry, which is available in Gangaram Hospital, in which what we tend to see is the pressure at different points in the esophagus. So it is an external transducer which tends to pick up the pressure points at various ends of the esophagus. So if the pressure at the lower end of the esophagus is more than 10, and then we know IRP of more than 10 to 15, then we know that we are dealing with achalasia cardia. Traditionally, the treatment of achalasia cardia included initially some trial with oral drugs which tend to decrease the esophageal spasm. These drugs are called calcium channel blockers, the classical prototype example being nifedipine. But problem is, so far as you keep taking these drugs, you will have some relief, and nobody can keep on taking these drugs. 5 years ago was called pneumatic dilatation. It is a forceful dilatation of lower end of the esophagus. But problem with pneumatic dilatation is in 5% of the patients, there is a rupture of the esophagus leading to the accumulation of the fluid in the chest. Moreover, as you leave the balloon deflated after initial inflation with passage of time within few months to few years, most of the patient will have recurrence of the symptoms because the sphincter does not always get ruptured easily. So finally recently the surgeons had been doing a technique called laparoscopic Haller's myotomy in which they will cut the lower esophageal sphincter. This new technique called POEM or peroral esophageal endoscopic myotomy is a new technique in which we go inside the food pipe, make a nick in the esophagus, and then once you have cut the esophagus, by elevating the space, by increasing the space between the esophageal mucosa and muscle, we tend to create a tunnel in the submucosa. So we try to dissect the submucosa and make a virtual space between the mucosa and the muscle. This is called third space endoscopy. So as we travel down the esophagus, we create a 15 centimeter long tunnel between the esophageal mucosa and the esophageal muscle. And once that tunnel has been created, then with the help of specialized knife called TT knife and a coag grasper, including using a CO2 inflation technique, we cut the circular muscle fibers for a length which is variable from 10 to 15 centimeter. And then we cross the G junction and go up to 2 to 3 centimeter beyond the G junction into the stomach wall. So once this has been done, then we come out, clean the tunnel which has been created by us and subsequently stitch up the esophageal mucosa. Initially this technique was thought to be very complicated associated with a lot of morbidity, but fortunately with type of available, I think we have done a good job to learning the technique in the correct manner, and fortunately in the